आपकी कथा में जाना tasmin mahan-mukharitā madhubhic-caritra.
Sukadeva Goswami is when he is speaking Harikatha, Paraksit Maharaja listening. Paraksit Maharaja is
Paraksit Maharaja भूख प्यास तृष्णा और मित्र
asked Pariksit that you have been sitting and listening to Harikatha for last so many days without any breaks. So why don't you go take a break, have some water? Paraksit Maharaj, it's not needed. But in this material, when we are listening to Harikatha, normally we see that the speaker keeps on talking, but the listeners are not able to listen more than an hour. What's the reason? Is that the bhakti hasn't appeared in the heart. If bhakti is there, then there is no tiredness. Like Paraksit Maharaj, that's what he is saying. In Bhagavatam, you can read this sloka, what Paraksit Maharaj is saying. Sukadeva Goswami, you should understand the sloka. We should listen and then read the slokas and also find the meaning of this sloka is so important. You must read this sloka.
tasmin mahan-mukharitā madhubhic-caritra. अहो आपकी अमृत आपकी मुखार बिंदु से जो अमृत निकल रहा है और इसको पान करते हैं आपकी कथा अमृत आपकी कथा
when you are speaking Harikatha, it's coming up like nectar.
भूख प्यास
And when I'm listening to your katha, the amrit, I lose my appetite and thirst. I don't feel thirsty, I don't feel any appetite, and I don't feel tiredness to sleep. So this is when you get the ruchi. So what is ruchi? Ruchi means rachana. When you have ruchi in something, you get you enjoy just like there is some nice prasadam, and if you have ruchi in eating, you will enjoy it. If you don't have ruchi in taking the prasad, the example is given like this: if somebody is really hungry, hasn't eaten for a couple of days, so whatever is offered, he won't ask who made the prasad, whether there is some salt in it or there is no salt in it. What is the taste? Whatever it is, he will eat it because he is hungry. And then he enjoys the prasad. When we are not hungry, then whatever is offered to us, then we will not enjoy. Even if we are offered a variety of prasad, then we'll ask who made it, we'll find some defect in it, because we are not hungry. When we are not hungry, that's the time we'll question all this. If we don't have, we are not hungry, then you will not. But when you are hungry, whatever and however it is served, you will enjoy the prasad. When there is no, you are not hungry, then the question will come: who made it? Whether it's been offered? Who has cooked it? all the variety of questions will be asking. Whether this was offered to Krishna, or whether it was offered to demigods, then we'll ask all these questions. When you're not hungry, then all the questions will arise. But when you are hungry, no questions are arising. You will just close your eyes and have the prasada. What's the meaning? Raganuga-bhakti and vaidhi-bhakti. Raganuga-bhakti, this is the system. Ruchi is there. In vaidhi-bhakti, sraddha is going up slowly from the state of sraddha, step by step. The sequence. Whereas in raganuga-bhakti, starts right from ruchi. And from nishtha, in raganuga-bhakti, there is a jump from sadhu sang to
but here that means that not he is following all the rules. He follows the rules, but going very
fast. He is following the rules, but he is climbing up really fast.
It's
like for example, if you want to go up a 5-story high story building, there are two set of, there's one stairs which you have to go up. You can reach up. Then there is a second option of a lift. So you'll to go up 5-story high. So for each, if you're taking the stairs, then you'll go slowly, each floor slowly. You're touching each floor, but very slowly up. But if you go by lift, you will be going fast, but you're still going through each floor, like first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, and then your destination is the fifth floor. But the meaning here is that vidhi-marga and raganuga-bhaki, they all go through all the stages, whereas in vidhi-marga it takes time, whereas in raga-marga the devotee is going faster. So you have to decide which marga you want to do, vidhi-marga or raga-marga. If somebody is following vidhi-marga only, they'll only reach up to Vaikuntha. If you're following raga-marga, then if you go by raga-marga, then you can reach up to Golok Vrindavan. Vidhi-marga can also lead, but going very slowly. Whereas in raga-marga, you are leaping up.
You cannot jump.
You cannot jump in vidhi-marga.
First impression, sanskar. Hence you cannot jump. Step by step.
You can only go step by step. Vidhi-marga is step by step, gradually going up.
Impression, sanskar.
Because if you don't have any impressions from the previous lives, then you have to go through the vidhi-marga very slowly, going up the vidhi-marga. Following all the rules and regulations, and then going up. The sequence, whereas in raga-marga, you still go through all the steps, but on a faster pace.
But raga-marga, little bit very quick. Just to give an example, if you go 2 ways,
Just like to go on the fifth floor, the example is there that going by stairs or by lift.
But both also touching the all floors.
So both ways you're going up, you're still going through the each floor, first, second, third, fourth.
Vidhi-marga
just in vidhi-marga, it's you step by step, so slow climbing up. With raga-marga, it's
so now
fast.
comes in this way, raga-marga-sadhaka. Raga is called very quick. He attain in ruchi.
The raga-marga will
so
reach.
for this regard, raganuga-bhaki, raga-bhakti. One name is also ruchi mula bhakti. What is it? Ruchi mula bhakti. Ruchi means taste. Sraddha to ruchi very quick will come. Ruchi means your taste will come. That will eagerness to listen Krishna Katha. Eagerness after Krishna. Taste will come. Everything depends on your, that is called your past impressions. And that is called prakrti-sanskar. If you say, I have no past impressions, how will I develop my bhajana-sadhana? Then with the sadhana, you have to then create the sanskar in impression. That sanskar is called adhuniki-sanskar. So that means there are two kinds of impressions, sanskar. One is called adhuniki sanskar, and another is called prakrti sanskar. Prakrti sanskar, first impression, very easy to bring to sraddha to ruchi, and coming to bhava and the asakti bhava, very easy to bring. And adhuniki sanskar, in this life, you will listen to Hari-katha, and that impressed your heart, and when going back to it, so adhuniki, what is called?
Just keeps leaping on.
Prakrti sanskar, first impression, very good.
It's back again.
So now coming to two kinds of one is called vaidhi-bhakti, and one is called raga-bhakti. But we listen Krishna Katha, then the sanskar will come. It's like listen Hari-katha, the sanskar comes. And taste will come. And ruchi will come. So now coming, the raganuga-bhakti, another name is called ruchi mula bhakti. Don't forget. Raganuga-bhakti, one name is called ruchi mula bhakti. And raganuga-bhakti, vidhi-bhakti, name, many names. Vaidhi-bhakti, and shastra sasanmayi bhakti, and many names. Bhayotpadika bhakti. What is it? Bhayotpadika. Because Shastra gives many injunctions. If you not follow this rule, you have to go hell. Let's give an example. If you not observe Ekadashi, Shastra saying, you go to hell. So for this regard, you fear from the hell. Narak jane ke bhai se, you observe Ekadashi. So you observe Ekadashi, the reason is coming for
Fear.
Then observe Ekadashi Palkari Bhakti. So why you are observing Ekadashi? Or the fear to go to
Hell.
Narak jane ke bhai se Ekadashi ko palan kar rahe.
If you are following Ekadasi because you are fearful of going to hell, then following Ekadasi is bhakti. But because you are fearful that you will go to hell, that's why you are following Ekadasi. That means this is bhaya. Bhaya means fear, because you are doing it out of fear.
And another person, he observes Ekadasi, talking to Ekadasi. Why? For the pleasure of Krishna. Krishna sukh ke liye man Ekadasi kar raha. Look, मैं नरक में जाऊंगा कि नहीं जाऊंगा ये चिंतन नहीं आ रहा.
If you are following Ekadasi because of the pleasure of Krishna's bhakti,
I will go ahead or not.
So we are not worried whether you are going to hell or heaven, but all my activities is for the pleasure of Krishna. I am doing Ekadasi for the pleasure of Krishna. Nanda Maharaj performed Ekadasi also.
Why? Because for the actual pleasure of Krishna.
Why did he? Because of the pleasure for Krishna. You are doing Ekadasi for the pleasure of Krishna. And then this is raganuga-bhaki. Then this will come in the raganuga-bhaki.
So one
raganuga-bhaki, another one is vidhi-bhakti.
Vaidhi-bhakti is meaning already told. क्या नाम बताओ? शास्त्र शासन means all the scriptures. Gita is injunction. Bhava bhakti. Bhai you are observed. To fear from go to hell. Following the rules and regulations. Also Majda में भक्ति कहते हैं. ऐश्वर्य में भक्ति कहते हैं. Vaidhi-bhakti is many names. Remember, write down. How many names are? Vaidhi-bhakti. You have many names? And in the same way, Vaidhi-bhakti is many names. And raganuga-bhakti is also many names, not one name. Raganuga-bhakti name is called? माधुर्यमय भक्ति भी कहा जाता है. और क्या बताए? रुचि मूला भक्ति कहा जाता है. रुचि, टेस्ट, रुचि मूला भक्ति.
If somebody does nirjala ekadasi, does he have to do all the ekadasi for the whole year? Or see, like we do nirjala and all the
nirjala bhakti depends on your
body condition.
Actual, all you have to observe all ekadasi and nirjala. Shastra is the first thing. Only give the and concession, those health is not good. If your health is not good, why is it good? If you are sick, then give some.
you can do only one.
Understand? These things. शरीर यदि ठीक नहीं हो, आप निर्जला नहीं करो, किंतु एकादशी करना पड़ेगा. उस दिन आप फलाहार कर सकते हैं. फलाहार उसके लिए दिया गया जिसकी तबीयत ठीक नहीं.
For Ekadasi, we have to observe it as a has to be done nirjal, all Ekadasi. But their concession is given only for those who have done, their health is not good, so they can have only eat fruits and fruits on the day. But we forget this, and we are just doing Ekadasi, but with all other preparations. But this concession is only given because if your health is not good.
Completely well. Some sampradayas, they are not following this rule. So this is completely wrong. And most of the people, they are and follow. Okay, very nice, no need to observe this. You have to follow एकादशी. एकादशी जी आप फलाहार कर सकते हैं. यदि आपकी तबीयत ठीक नहीं है, आप फलाहार कर सकते हैं. इसका मतलब नहीं चावल दाल सब्जी को खा लो. एकादशी कोर्मी ज्ञानी जो भी सब प्रकार के लोग एकादशी करते हैं.
Ekadasi should be is followed by everybody. karmi yogi. So the bhaktas, the devotees should always follow Ekadasi. It's very important.
चलो एक भजन रस ग्रंथ की कथा जो हम वर्णन कर रहे हैं, ये दो प्रकार के साधक कर सकते हैं.
Yes, we're looking at two types of sadhak who are. So there are two types of devotees. One is a Vedic sadhak and a raganuga sadhak. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur here is showing in Nishanta Lila. By way of sadhu sangha, our attachment to the material world will be gradually reduced. Nishant means darkness, night. Who likes to live in night, dark? Ghosts and witches. And all the wild animals, they are awake at night. The thieves, the robbers and thieves, and they would like to stay in dark. In darkness, we would like to sleep. This is also tamagun. Sleep means darkness. Because we sleep when we sleep we try to keep the lights off. So all this tamagun is at night. How do we get rid of this darkness within us?
Darkness compared with lust, anger, envious, and
how can we get rid of this darkness with sadhu sang and harikatha, listening to? Until we do this, darkness will not go away. What will happen with sadhu sangha? Very gradually, this darkness within us will go away. By going through this birth and death cycle, when there is a time to get out of this birth and death cycle, when the time comes, that's the time we will get sadhu sang. The life in which you get sadhu sang, you must understand now that the time has come and you will be very quickly obtain the Lord. Maybe another 4-5 lifetimes, but very quick. When Hanumanji went to Lanka, he met Vibhisana told Hanuman, now I am fully convinced that I will meet Ramchandra because I have met you. Vibhisana used to stay in Lanka and do his bhajan. His brother Ravana was against everybody around him were Rakshas. But Vibhisana used to stay around all these Rakshasas and still do his bhajan, Ram Nam. It's been described that its example is given as that your tongue is in between the teeth. So the tongue is so soft and the teeth are so strong. Same way, the example is given. Vibhisana is saying that I am staying in Lanka and I am between staying with all those who are against Ram, and I am still bhajing, I am still Ram. I take a Ram name. So the in his house, he has written 2 letters, Ra in the one door and the Ma on the other one. And this information goes to Ravana. So Ravana comes to Vibhisana. You have written Ra and Ma, Ram. But Vibhisana says, no, brother, Ra means, stands for Ravan. And the Ma is Mandodari, your wife's name. So I'm just taking your name and my sister-in-law's name. This is not Ram, this is Ra. So this is how we have to deal with those evil people. We have to be smart. So this is how Vibhisana used to do his bhajan. So when Hanuman met Vibhisana, Vibhisana is saying, hey Hanuman, because I have met you, now I can fully convince that very soon I will meet Ram, because you are a pure devotee of Sri Ram. What does this mean? Hanuman is sadhu, and when you meet sadhu or you have some sadhu sangha. So this is what is stated in Ramayana, that the first step in bhakti is to associate with sadhu, the sangha. Sadhu. So without sadhu sangha, you will not get sraddha. So also in Ramayana. First you have to do associate with sadhu. This is the first step. So we are listening to Hari-katha through sadhu. We'll have faith in the Lord. Who will speak the sadhu? Sadhu will speak Hari-katha. So only through Hari-katha we'll build up our faith. So sadhu, what he does, he only advertises. He advertises the Lord's name. So like we see we look at outside billboards and all advertisements. So what we hear on these billboards and advertisements, talking about all the material things that they are selling. So and what the sadhu does, what advertisement he will give? He will give only Krishna Katha, Ram Katha. This is what the sadhus will do. They will only speak about Krishna Katha. So this is how it is, because how the material people are giving advertisement and attracting you for material thing. Sadhu also does the same thing. He gives advertisement about Krishna, Ram, to make you attracted to them. So you do a Bhagavad Saptah for 7 days. Days Bhagavad. Then you give advertisement. They advertise about the Bhagavad. Pamphlets and flyers are given out. Without advertisement, people don't come. Because it is Kali Kal. So we have to advertise. And just like in this world, even the doctors advertise for medicine. This medicine is for benefits. It's like the backup with music. Medicine is advertised. So the manufacturers go to the doctors and try to they have to advertise, they have to sell their products. So the manufacturers of the medicine, they also go out and promote. They come out to the doctors and they give even advertise through their doctors. So they are advertising through doctors also. So medical rep goes around and goes and makes sure that their product is on the market and is selling through doctors, through hospitals. So only when it's advertised, when it's advertised so widely, then the patients will, when they go to the doctor and they prescribe the medicine, then they will go. So the same way we advertise the Bhagavad-katha. The Bhagavad-katha needs to be advertised, and in Hari-katha, this is what is happening. This is the advertisement. Advertisement of Hari-katha. Hari-katha is advertisement about this. Because this is Kali-kal, until we advertise it and form an impression on people, nobody will come to listen to Hari-katha. You have a temple, nice mandir, but we need to advertise. You have to promote it through internet, social media. Then you have a program here. Some visiting sadhus are coming. Then people will come. But if you just open the temple and just sit, then nobody will come, because you have to go out and preach, or you have to advertise outside. So this is our spiritual medicine. We have to advertise also. For the material people, you advertise material products. Similarly, for transcendental upkeeping, we have to advertise. Go house to house and tell people about sadhus, Hari-katha, and what the Shastras are saying. Because people don't know. They'll go to Karamis, Gyanis, Yogis. So we have to advertise about Shuddha Bhakti also. To present with a very with attraction. Then only people will be attracted, because otherwise the Baddha Jiva is very hard to be attracted to sadhu sang. The Baddha Jiva only go to places where their enjoyment is there, or some sort of their personal benefits are there. Then only the Baddha Jiva will go and attend. But if Shuddha Bhakti is advertised, then we have to give some sort of a benefit to them. Example, if somebody advertises, well, you come here and stay here. If you come to Gaudiya Math, and if you go to other Math, they tell you that you just have to come here, don't have to do Ekadasi, nothing, just have prasad 3 times a day. Then it will be more attractive. The meaning is that we have to provide facilities for these people of Kali Yuga. Otherwise, they will not be attracted. You have to provide good sitting arrangements, a nice place. People compare, but the other people will look at what physical facilities we are getting, this temple and with the other temple. They will not see that whether pure bhakti is being taught here, whether we are getting pure bhakti here or not, and it's not pure bhakti on the other side. They really don't appreciate that. They are looking at their physical benefits to going to this temple, to the other temple. This is Kali Yuga, so we have to provide facilities. Somebody comes and complains, oh, Maharaj, I've got a backache, there's no chairs here in your temple, where do I sit? So why should I come to your temple? So we have to provide chairs. So facilities should be provided. This is Kali Yuga. So we also advertise. To promote Math and Mandir also needs to be advertised and promoted. There should be good kirtaniyas. When we do Bhagavatam, why do people come? They come for enjoyment. Good prasadam, good music, musicians are there. Very few people come to listen to good Hari-katha. The people see that there is a good prasad, good, nice, tasty prasad, then they'll come to the place. If you just people look at what type of prasadam is served in this temple, they don't. The people will come prasad ke samay. Then people will come during prasad time, but if not to attend Hari-katha. So when during Hari-katha, only few people come and attend Hari-katha. But just before prasadam, the temple is full. सभी जगह महाराज
अरे सब जगह तो एक ही है, सब तो एक ही ब्रह्मांड में दूसरे ब्रह्मांड तो नहीं रहता।
So it's all over the world, every place, every country, we have this situation.
अच्छा बात तो सही है कि नहीं?
Prasad is so important. During prasad people come. But we have to attract them anyway, because even prasadam is important. Rati-mula-bhakti is raganuga-bhaki. And whoever is good, the Rati-mula-bhakti or raganuga-bhakti, whatever situation, wherever he is, he would like to listen to Hari-katha. Hari-katha is important. Lila-katha should be. So just listening to tattva your heart becomes strong or hard. But when you're listening to lila-katha, your heart becomes soft and more enjoyable. Whereas lila-katha, tattva-katha makes you a foundation. So the tattva-katha is your base. The foundation is laid by tattva-katha. And lila-katha is just like by a temple on top, but you need a good foundation, and the foundation is tattva-katha. To make a big building, you need a good foundation, strong foundation. And if the foundation is not good, then the building could fall.
मकान बना लिया और थोड़ी सी तूफान आ जाए अथवा भूचाल आ जाए तो क्या हो जाएगा?
So if you get a big building and the foundation is not strong, it could collapse with just a small hurricane or a cyclone or a little earthquake. Whereas if the foundation is well laid and properly done, then the building stands. In the same way, in bhakti, so the same way, if you have more siddhanta is strong, the same way he will able to build on his lila by using the lila. If you don't have tattva-siddhanta, then he will lose this track. If he just listens to lila-katha and doesn't have a foundation of tattva. You have to understand this. Tattva-siddhanta has to be known. You need to know the tattva-siddhanta.
Simultaneously, एक ही साथ में तत्व सिद्धांत में प्रवेश और साथ ही साथ
So now we have to enter both. We have to learn tattva-siddhanta and lila-katha. If you only listen to tattva-siddhanta, then you go into jnana-marga. But if you just only lila-katha, then you become sahajya. So we need to balance. This is what is told in Bhajana-Rahasya. You have to know the tattva-siddhanta and also the lila-katha. Both are important.
ये अध्याय है भक्ति-विनोद ठाकुर देखो उसमें एक लीला को वर्णन करते हैं.
So Bhakti-Vinod Thakur is giving one lila at a time.
पहले तत्व-सिद्धांत और इसके बाद
first tattva-siddhanta and then he follows with lila-katha.
अष्टजाम लीला है 8 जाम की लीला जो
So the 8 Astakam Lila Bhakti-Vinod Thakur is giving.
और फिर अंत में जाकर के
and in the end so they've added Govinda Lila-Amrita Katha, and so you have to listen to both. If you only listen to Lila Katha and don't listen to the Tattva Katha, then it will not you have to enter into Tattva Katha. You need to understand the Tattvas. If you want to enter into the Ashtakalya Lila, then you need to enter into the tattva-siddhantas first. So, what are the siddhantas? What are the philosophies? You have to understand what is Paramatma, what is my Atma, what is Maya, what is the jiva. You need to understand. These 5 concepts you need to understand. What are the 5? Isvara, jiva. So what is kalma?
Time. Isvara, Bhagavan,
Ishwar Bhagavan,
Isvara, jiva, living entities, Isvara, jiva, prakrti, nature, Isvara, jiva, prakrti, kal, time, Isvara, jiva, prakrti, kal और karma.
These five concepts you need to understand properly. You have to understand these five concepts. Ishwar. Who is Bhagavan? Ishwar. What is the meaning of Jivatma? What is nature? Prakrti. Kal. Time.
Time is very powerful. Or karma.
Karma, what the jivas are performing activities. Karma.
कर्म की गति क्या है, कहाँ, ये सब कुछ जानते हैं। सुख दुख आती है, क्यों आता है?
So the happiness and distress, why does it come? Because of our karmas. Just as we have done the karmas, we have given some distress to somebody and it will come to me. So if we have given distress to somebody, then opposite action. If we have given distress to anybody, then it will come back to you. If we have given distress to anybody, then that distress will come back to you. The theory of Newton, you have to accept that. So how do we protect ourselves? How do we protect ourselves from this? That we need to understand. How to get rid of the distress. So all the scientists, what is the work of the scientists? They are trying to understand how to get rid of the distress. They are working on that. But if one distress is removed, another one is there. So if we take medicine for headache goes, but then the stomach pain comes in. So we should. So if a scientist is a medical scientist, or chemistry or physics scientist, they are all working on how to get rid of all the miseries. But it will come back. Whatever you have done will come back to you, either from this side or from the other side. So American government is, if a hurricane is coming from one direction, the American government can stop it. But then that hurricane goes from another side and comes. Because this is the nature of prakrti. You cannot break the laws of the nature. So the nature will do its work. How does it work? How does nature work? So this is spiritual science. What is spiritual science saying? So what you have done before, this will come back. But how to tolerate that? That we need to, and we have how to end that karma. This is what spiritual science is teaching. Material science cannot tell us. Spiritual science is telling us how to get rid of the distress that we have caused through our own karmas. So what has happened in past life, whatever karmas we have done, but we don't want to commit any more activities. So for that we are told to do Harinam. So one type of Harinam is Namabhas, the semblance of Harinam. Then, and we are not. So Jagai Madhai did sinful activities, but then when they received the name, then they said that they will not do any more sinful activities. So that's the method of. So this is the importance of. So along with the name, good qualities and lila of Bhagavan, you'll reach Bhagavad Dham, and we won't come back to this material world. When you reach Bhagavad Dham, you will not have to come back. In Bhagavad Dham there is no distress, there is no material body there, and there it is Sachidananda Chinmay Sarir, which means transcendental body. When you have to Ki Jai Sri Radhe. That's why it is important to understand the philosophies and also listen to the Harikatha, lila-katha, the pastimes of the Lord. In Bhajana-Rahasya there are 8 chapters. In end of 8 chapters, 8 divisions of the day, 8 divisions of the day, and there are 8 slokas. There are 8 slokas in Shikshastakam also. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told 8 slokas. So there are 8 yams, 8 divisions of the day. So 8 slokas of Shikshastakam matches to the 8 divisions of the day. The pastimes of the Lord are divided into 8. So at the end of the Nishanta Lila, then Kunja-bhanga Lila. Radha Krishna, they both are giving up their sleep, and how Krishna comes to Nandagaon and how Sri Radhika goes to Javat. This is shown.
So meditate on this Nishanta Lila. Each Lila is related. It's one of the sloks of Shikshastakam. So the first one is Nishanta Lila. End of night. Remember Nishanta Lila. End of night Lila. How Radha and Krishna are resting in one kunj. They are so beautiful. They got so much lust away from their skin that the whole kunj is now lighted up. One is Nilmani, the Krishna, and Swarmani means the golden reflection from Radhaji's body that becomes golden.
उसके द्वारा दोनों आदमी नीलाभ और So
now that green is blue. So these meditate on this. Radha Govinda, Krishna, how beautiful Krishna's vestra is from his body. What his bodily relax is blue sapphire, like a blue sapphire. And Radharani is like a golden. So how beautiful Krishna is. And then Radhaji, she's nothing less. So the body of Radharani is Takta Kanchani, means golden, like a molten gold. And when both of them are resting in the kunj, and the beautifully decorated kunj, the Sakis and Manjaris. So you have to meditate on these leelas. When you're chanting names, chanting Harinam, you have to meditate on these leelas.
Because Radha, Krishna and Gopi sab log kiya.
So because all the Sakis and Radha and Krishna, they have done Ras in the night, and now in the morning they are resting. They're tired and they're resting. So they're resting, and nobody is allowed to go in the kunjas. The Sakis are not allowed. The manjaris are in just on the doorway, and they're small. They're picking through the small holes in the kunja. They are just looking through the holes that the Radha and Krishna are taking rest inside.
Shodamini samajhte hain? Shodamini bijli.
Just like lightning strikes in the black clouds. Same way, Radha and Krishna, just like that, Radha and Krishna are resting together in the kunj. And the reflection from their bodies has become lighten up the whole kunj. They got and the Sakis have already decorated the kunj so nicely. So this is our meditation in the morning when we are chanting. So what they have kept to, as soon as they wake up, some water has been given. So we should, when you wake up, after waking up, you have to drink a glass of water. This is also recommended in Ayurveda. Okay. Early morning when you wake up, first thing you do is drink water. This is warm water. The same way. So this will be good for your stomach. You won't get any disease in the stomach. So this will clean 80% of your ill health. Morning, if you have warm water, just warm water, drinkable water, if you have that in the morning, it will give us so many diseases. So it's also written in Sastra. So because it's also written in Sastra that because of service to Radha and Govinda, they offering little warm water to Radha and Krishna when they wake up in the morning. So it's also mentioned in that how beautifully they decorated the kunjas, and everything is so nicely decorated. It's not like a jungle. It's beautifully decorated kunjas. There's a mirror. They've got all like combs, and everything is stored in the kunjas, and they're so beautifully everything is set up in the kunjas. So when they look at all these decorated kunjas, they feel like taking part in the or resting in the kunj. So but it's just not just leaves and branches in there, but it's decorated with jewels inside also. So must read. So by reading all this in Shastra, your minds will not wander into material things in the worldly affairs. By reading all this, you also read all this and then do chanting. If your mind is not resting in your Harinam, then you read all this Katha or read this Shastra describing all these Lila places. How Radhaji's bed is also decorated. And so Radhaji's body is so soft. It's softer than makhan, butter. So the bed is so nicely decorated with flowers. Those flowers are not local, normal flowers. They are Narottam Das Thakur is also decorating how those Radhaji's kunjas are decorated. Very soft bed, softer than the butter. Our body is hard. Radhaji's body is not like Anandamaya Sarup. It's softer than the butter. Makhan. It's the foam of the milk. She is soft as that. Same way, the body of Radhaji is so soft. So, for them to rest, the bed has to be soft and nicely. So the whole thing has been set up so that they feel like doing lila in the kunjas, decorated with flowers. So this is our meditation in the morning. Radhaji was lamenting for Krishna's during the Vira. Then she got the news. Today Krishna, Govinda will come to Radhaji's kunj. Just listening to this news, Radhaji closed all her sakis that we go in. Krishna is coming to the kunj. So all the sakis also get together. And Srimad Radhika called all her sakis And they started decorating the kunja. All feasting Radhaji is so pleased that they're saying to the Sakis that Krishna is coming to our kunja, so let's decorate our kunja. So she is giving direction as to how to decorate the kunja. I cannot give you the details as to how. Because at the moment we will meditate on the material aspect of the kunja. Tarwal. The day we lose the material concept of this lila, then the spiritual reality sets in our heart. Until then we will not able to release the actual the kunjas how they are. Because we can only put words as a material concept. So the bed is like velvet, silky.
सुंदर सुंदर पुष्पों की जो है पंखुड़ियों की जो है कमल कमल इसमें बहुत सब होता है कुछ प्रकार के फूल होते हैं ना उसमें बहुत उसी पंखुड़ियां जो है
some of the flowers which are very soft, those flowers has been used on the bed of.
वो भी आर्ट होता है.
So this is also a special art of decoration. So all these directions is given by Lalita Saki. She will tell how to decorate. So we don't have the training now, but Lalita Saki and the other Sakis will train you. Sarita and Vishaka.
Lalita Sundari Amare Laya Kave Shri Radhika Pade Kalini Laive Aggan Seva Samarpive Aggan Seva Samarpive Aggan Seva Samarpive Amare Laya Kave. देखो कितने सुंदर ललिता
देवी will teach, instruct how you should set up Radha and Krishna's kunj. And she will instruct what to do. Orders. Because Lalita Devi is the head of all the Sakis. She is the commander, chief in command.
ललिता देवी को कहा जाता है चीफ कमांडर, बैटल जनरल ऑफ बैटल क्या बोलते हैं
जनरल
कमांडर इन चीफ. बात ललिता देवी सबको अनुमति मिली. ललिता देवी
So Lalita Devi instructs and orders everybody.
Confidence. Choosing Allah dasi kari ललिता सुंदरी हमारे लैया कवे श्री राधिका पदे काले में लाइवे आज्ञा सेवा समर्पिवे. Without the recommendation of Lalita Devi, Srimati Radhika, she will not accept it. In the same way, Lalita Devi, she appeared in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Lila, then called Sraddha. And Vibhisana Devi, she appeared in Mahaprabhu's Lila, then called Raga-marga. And Mahaprabhu, whatever we listen, everything first have to recommended by Sarva Damodar. Yes, Sarva Damodar. Mahaprabhu is Sarva Damodar. Very, very important person. Without recommendation of Sarva Damodar, Mahaprabhu will not listen and any song, nothing. And if you want to say anything, but first you go to Sarva Damodar. And in the same way, Radha Krishna Lila, Lalita Devi. And Chief Commander. Lalita Devi is called Chief Commander. And Lalita Devi is nothing. His name. So he is saying, Pallodasi Kari Lalita Sundari Amare Loya Kabe Siradhika Pade Kale Mela Ire Agaseva Samar Pive Agaseva Samar Pive Agaseva Samar Pive Amare Loya Kabe. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Kamal Mandir. Saptam Goswami or Kamal Mandir. What is saying? When Lalita Devi is coming, when Lalita Devi, she will give instruction.
Command.
Huh?
Will command me.
Command me. And Lalita Devi she will go. Lalita Devi, she is very soft-hearted also. Externally she is very hard. But her internal mood is very soft. So for regard Rupa Goswami Pada explains, Jam Kampi Brajakuli Visavana. Just your desire will come. Yeah, I will become the maid servant of Srimati Radhika. Jam Kampi Brajakuli Visavanu Jaya. Saddat Tat Gharatenu. इस कथा सुनते ही ललिता देवी प्रसन्न हो जाते और उस सखी को पकड़ करके लाते और तुम राधा जी की सिर्फ दासी बनना चाहती हो अब है आज समझिए अब है और साथ ही साथ और राधा जी के पास ले जाएंगे है राधा जी कहेगी राधे तुम्हारी इसको तुम पार्वती के रूप में शिकार करोगे तो वृंदावन इधर कर नहीं ललिता से पढ़ो अच्छी तरह से है तो वो सही बात नहीं है कितना ललिता देवी के बिना कोई
Rupa Goswami has written Lalita-astakam and it's mentioned in there what her roles are.
Understand? Lalita Devi. So saying Pallodasi Kari Lalita Sundari Amari Laiya Kavi Siradhika Pade Kale Milai Agga Seva Samarthi.
Lalita-astakam.
मंजरी क्या
है मंजरी जो सखियां 5 प्रकार की सखियां होती है उसमें जो सखियां जो है राधा जी में निष्ठा रखने वाली राधा निष्ठा वाली है उसी का है मंजरियां कहा जाता है
So, who are manjaris? Manjaris are those sakhis that who are completely surrendered to Radharani. So just try to understand that Radha, there are the 5 different types of sakhis for Radhaji. And those sakhis who are completely one-pointedly devoted to Radhaji, they are manjaris.
एक जुद बनता है गण बनता है ये सब बोलते हैं अभी एक शब्द में बोलने में आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा इसके लिए खुद आपको अध्ययन करना पड़ेगा जब अध्ययन करो हैं और तब प्रतिवर्ष होगा इतना ही मंजरी उसी कहा जाता है जो समस्त सखियां एकमात्र राधा निष्ठा परायण की क्या बताया राधा
निष्ठा
राधा निष्ठा परायण पत्नी किसको कहा जाता है अब बताए
So manjaris are the ones who are keeping Radha, Nishtha with Radhaji, one-pointed Nishtha. Just like who is Patni means wife. Wife is the one who has got one-pointed service mode to the husband. In the household there are other ladies also, like your sister, your mother. Because the wife service to all, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, father-in-law, sister, she will feed everybody. But she will have only complete nishtha to the husband. So,
न केवल पति के लिए बना दो और सास क्या खाए नहीं खाए उन्हें कोई जरूरत ऐसे नहीं है। बात ऐसे ही है। हम हिंदू है ना मुसलमान
हिंदू
है। सीधी बात सुना पारिवारिक जीवन तो सुन है। पारिवारिक जीवन में क्या करता है सबको ध्यान रखना पड़ता है।
So in the family life you have to look after everybody. So this is the role of the wife. But she looks after everybody in the family. But nishtha means the full faith, one-pointed service attitude is for the husband. She is not saying that I only feed my husband and won't worry about the rest of the family. This is the Hindu culture. So she look after everybody in the household. Mother. So who is referred as mother? Mother is like she looks after everybody in the household, but she has a special attachment to her own child. So this is the nishtha. This is Sakhi.
तीन प्रकार के निष्ठा संपन्न सखी कहा गया। एक होता है राधा निष्ठा सखी, एक है कृष्ण निष्ठा सखी और एक उभय निष्ठा सखी। आप तो याद नहीं रखते, 10 बार पूछते रहते, लिखते नहीं। अरे वो सब छोड़ो, अभी जो बता रहे हो उल्टा सीधा मत सुनो, वो डिफरेंट है। अभी जो कर रहे हो उसके सुनो। ये मैं एक बोलता हूँ, दूसरी चिंता करते, इसलिए भूल जाते हो, ना लिखते हो ना कुछ करते, 10 बार पूछता हूँ और इधर उधर सुनते रहते हो। आपको पता नहीं सब क्या बोलते हैं, वर्कफुल हो जाते हैं ना, खिचड़ी बनते रहते हैं। अरे पहले तो सुनो क्या बोलते हैं। मैं तो सपक्ष विपक्ष अभी ये सब नहीं बोलते। अभी है निष्ठा केवल राधा निष्ठा, राधा जी के 3 प्रकार के।
Talking about the nishtha, complete faith in Radha ji. 5 types of sakhis. Sakhis Srimati Radhika.
Jewels of the heart for us. और इधर-उधर बनता है, ढूंढना नहीं पड़ेगा। वो सब जैव धर्म से उज्जवल निर्मल से सब कलेक्ट करके
Just read my book, Jewels of the Heart, and everything is in detail is written. So I have made the prasadam. Just go and eat. You don't have to go look for here and there the different books. But I have condensed it into one book, Jewel of the Heart. So read that and you will get all the answers. Gurudev used to say, we provided, I've given you, we given you Harinam. I've given you Harinam. But you have to do it. You have to eat. If you are hungry, you have to eat. We can only provide food and then you have to eat it. You made food for your child, but the child has to eat himself. Similarly, Gurudev is saying that I've given you Harinam and provided you with all the literatures, but you have to do Harinam and read the Shastra. So, what's the meaning? That our Guru Vargas have condensed everything and given us in a very digestive platter. All we have to do is now to take name and so we have to do both things. We have to listen, we have to do Harinam and yet also study the Shastra. Without reading the Shastra, we will not get the knowledge. So we have to get that knowledge at the same time. When we do Harinam, then we will get the realization. So we have to do both.
समझ में आ रही है? इसलिए राधा जी के 5 प्रकार के सखी बताए हैं।
5 types of Sakhis, so Nitya Sakhi, Pran Sakhi, Priya Sakhi, Pran Priya Sakhi. Pran Priya Sakhi is the Lalita Vishaka. The 8 Sakhis of Radha. The 8 promote Sakhis of Radha ji.
Prominent Sakhi of Srimati Radhika. Lalita Vishaka, Sridevi, Rangadevi, Chitra, Champak, Lata. ये सब क्या राधा के 8 सखी। इसमें भी सब ये 8 सखी में श्रेष्ठ कौन है?
Lalita Sakhi is the head of the 8 Sakhis.
She is called chief commander.
The chief commander. Pran Prishta Sakhi, Lalita.
ये ललिता जी अष्टसखियां जो है इनकी भी निष्ठा भी देखा है उभय निष्ठा दिखा है।
So this is also the nishtha is for both Radha and Krishna.
इन लोग के कहा जाता है
For
उभय निष्ठा।
Ubhay nishtha. They are inclined to both Radha and Krishna. Because they also meet with Krishna independently. Whereas compared to Manjaris, they are one pointed to Radha ji, who is a Radha Nishtha, who are completely devoted to Radha ji. They will not leave Radha ji and will not go anywhere else leaving Radha ji. They will just follow Radha ji like a shadow. Like the shadow follows us everywhere. Those are the Manjaris who will follow Radha ji everywhere. Similarly, like the shadow, these Sakhis, the Manjaris. These are the Manjaris who will follow Radha ji everywhere and they are completely devoted to Radha ji. They will not meet Krishna independently. Radha ji sometimes tests them. Are they completely devoted to me or not? Sometimes they put them on test whether they'll meet Krishna. But and there are some Sakhis who are Krishna Nishtha, means they are completely devoted to Krishna. They also seva Radha ji, like Vrinda Devi, they both. Vrinda Devi is. So what's her role? Her role is. Her role is very beautiful. That's why we pray to Vrinda Devi. Her role is in providing the kunjas of Vrindavan and the platform of Vrindavan. That's Vrinda Devi. The role. This is her role, the Vrindavan.
इसलिए वृंदावन से स्वयं राधा जी वृंदावन को किसको दे दिए?
विंदा।
इसलिए कहते हैं दत्ताधिकारे विश्वान पुत्र। क्या बोलते हैं वृंदावन में? क्या समस्त साथ अरे वृंदावन की स्तुति हम लोग रोज करते हैं ना। क्या भूल गया? दत्ताधिकारे श्रीमती राधिका देखो अपने वृंदावन धाम को किसके नाम में ये कर दिया?
So Srimati Radhika has given her Vrindavan Dham to Vrinda Devi, named after her also. She is the Vrindavaneshwari, she is the queen of Vrindavan, but she has given the Vrindavan Dham to Vrindavan, to Vrinda Devi.
जैसे पिता अपने संपत्ति को पुत्र को दे देता है, लिखे नहीं अपने पास है, तथापि
just like a father will have his property to her son. Similarly, Radharani has will Vrindavan to Vrindadevi, because Vrindadevi does the service.
इसमें लिखा है ना, दत्ताधिकारी ओके समस्त वैकुंठ शिरोमणि श्री कृष्ण वृंदावन धन्नदम दत्ताधिकारी विश्वभानुपुत्र वृंदे नमस्ते चरणारविंद। ये वृंदावन की अधिश्वरी कौन है? राधा जी।
Who is the queen of Vrindavan? But who is, she has given the Vrindavan to Vrindadevi. Vrindavan is famous for Vrindadevi.
समस्त वैकुंठ शिरो मनोश्री कृष्ण वृंदावन धामी दत्ताधिकारी विश्वभानुपुत्र वृंदे नमस्ते चरणारविंदम। हे वृंदे विश्वानंद से राधिका निखिल वैकुंठ समुख वो अशेष गुण समन्वित होकर के परम पवित्र श्री कृष्ण धाम वृंदावन में आपको अधिकार प्रदान किया है। देखो वृंदावन किसके नाम में प्रसिद्धि है?
Vrindavan is known as Vrindavan is famous for Vrindadevi. Because Vrindadevi is doing service to Radha Krishna. That's why Radharani, being the queen of Vrindavan, has given Vrindavan to Radha, to Vrindadevi. Just like a father has got a lot of property, but he's got a lot of kids, so he'll give the properties, some of the properties to the kid who has the most service. So this son of mine has done a lot of service for me. So I will give special. Sometimes they don't give equally to everybody. So who has done more service to the father, they will give. दे लेते। So the father will some more property to the son who has done more service to him. So like a father has got 4 sons, so not necessarily he will give equally to all sons, but he will give more to the son who has done more service to him. Same way, Srimati Radhika, being the queen of the Vrindavan, she gave away will to Vrindadevi, the Vrindavan, because Vrindadevi does all the service.
दत्ताधिकारी विश्वभानुपुत्र है।
तो कृष्ण पक्ष में राधा पक्ष दोनों उभय
वृंदादेवी कृष्ण पक्ष गोपी, कृष्ण पक्ष गोपी होकर के भी राधा जी की प्रति कितने सेवा करते हैं।
वृंदादेवी is Krishna Paksha Gopi. But she, being on Krishna Paksha, she still serves Radharani.
समझने के लिए प्रयास करें, आपने नहीं बोला आज। अब ये सुनते सुनते हरिनाम करते करते तब समझ में आएगा। आज नहीं, केवल पहले सुनो, पहले सुनो।
So you should first listen and do Harinam, and then read and listen and do more Harinam, then only you will understand all this tattva. So it's difficult to understand. So we will not understand it straight away.
मतलब बजा करके आएगा, क्योंकि एक बार कह देने से बच्चा सीख लेता है।
It's like somebody is person when you are learning to play mridanga. If you've learned it in previous life, it will be very easy to pick up. Like some students will learn straight away, and the people they'll be very difficult to learn straight away. They have to.
आपको किस प्रकार चलाना है सिखाना पड़ता है धीरे धीरे है। किस प्रकार कितना बार उसको बाएं हाथ कितना बार मारना पड़ेगा और दाएं हाथ कितना बार मारना पड़ेगा।
Teaching mridanga, if you have no sanskar, then you have to teach basically everything.
कितने बार बाएं हाथ चलेगी और कितने बार
how many times the left hand will work, how many times the right hand will work. But if somebody has got previous life sanskar, they are gifted, they'll know exactly how to play. But if somebody hasn't got a sanskar, they need to be told repeatedly how to do it. Same way, if I'm giving katha, then if you don't understand straight away, you have to read and then mridanga. So you don't give up, you just keep trying. Similarly with Hari Katha, if you don't understand, just keep meditating and also वही आंसर थे श्लोक की नहीं
वो लीला है ना क्या बोले छत्रवन की जो लीला है स्वयं कृष्ण राधा जी को अभिषेक करा।
There's one lila in Vrindavan. Krishna himself had Abhishek Madhav Mahotsav Grantha. It's described that Krishna himself had done Abhishek of Radharani.
Madhav Mahotsav स्वयं कृष्णा राधा जी के वृंदावन के जो है
Krishna made Radha ji the crowning.
अनेक लीला कथा भी है।
वही तो मैंने बोला था कल रात को कि राधा जी को क्राउनिंग क्या किया गया।
वो राधा जी को
क्राउनेशन किया गया,
उसके
रानी का स्थापित किया।
और कृष्ण संग क्या गया छत्र धारण किया, इसलिए नाम हो गया छत्रवन। एक कथा सुनने के लिए बात जाने के लिए आप ऊपर के जो है वो ब्रजमंडल परिक्रमा में छत्रवन की कथा सुन।
So there is a place in Vrindavan, Chatravan. Chatravan means the umbrella, carrying the umbrella. So Krishna himself carried the umbrella on top of Radharani and declared and Krishna announced that Radharani is the queen of Vrindavan and he hold the हाँ ये चित्र में बना है,
लीला के लिए बना है।
हाँ लीला बना है।
ये तो कहाँ के लीला है?
Chatravan. The area is known as Chatravan because Krishna crowned Radha ji as the queen of Vrindavan. Rani. That's why Radha ji is known as Radharani. Krishna announced it. Krishna announced that from today onwards, today's the queen of Vrindavan would be Radharani. Krishna is not the king, but
इसके भी अनेक लीला कथा है, समय तो चला गया 10 बजे प्रसाद पाना है, ट्रेन के आगे 11:30 निकलना है।
गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
वो लीला पढ़ो, छत्रवनी की कथा पढ़ो। अभी ब्रजमंडल परिक्रमा हो रही ना, छत्रवनी की वहाँ पर लिखा है, छत्रवनी की लीला कथा। ये आपके बेटा है, क्या नाम है? नाम बताओ, आओ। क्या नाम है तुम्हारा? हाँ? ठीक है।
So we to close this? Keep it running? Yeah.